Well, hello there, party people. Happy International Women's Day. Today is not only International Women's Day, today is also Tuesday, so you already know what that means. This is NIKKI BANZ Live! Hello. Shout out to all the amazing women out there, all of the queens, the goddesses, the priestesses who are in the audience today for NIKKI BANZ Live, or perhaps you're watching the rerun on YouTube. Shout out to you, queens. It is International Women's Day, where we honor and celebrate women across the globe. And in La Casa de Banz, in the NIKKI BANZ household, we do not only celebrate women today, March 8th, International Women's Day, we celebrate women every single day of the year, 24/7, 365. Do you know what I mean? Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? I'm just saying. Hello, everybody. This is NIKKI BANZ Live. I am your hostess with the mostest, Nicole Banister, aka NIKKI BANZ. I do this every single Tuesday. Every Tuesday, I am bringing you the most interesting rappers, artists, dancers, singers, comedians, magicians, models, and entertainers from across the globe. And it is my absolute pleasure to bring you these superstars in these live, honest, raw, and real conversations. This is the magic of NIKKI BANZ Live. I am bringing you some of the coolest, dopest people in the world just for a little fireside chat, a little chit chat with your girl NIKKI BANZ and all of you. So thank you for being here today. So in honor of International Women's Day, you already know your girl NIKKI BANZ has a couple tricks up her sleeve. First and foremost, I am wearing red and purple. These are two of the main colors representing International Women's Day. Red represents power, purple represents purpose, so you know I had to rock my little red and purple today. And as I always do, I am rocking a number of my favorite female-owned and operated brands. So today I have a double dose of the girls Endo Squared. These beautiful earrings and this amazing ring right here are from the babes Yvonne and Endo Patty at Endo Squared out in Nairobi, Kenya. Shout out to Endo Squared. My ring in the middle here, my little evil eye, this is from a woman-owned business here in South Africa called See Goodness. And my big ring right here, this is from Asa Kaftan, so from the beautiful and talented Asa Sultan out in Venice, California, out in La La Land. So you already know, support female-owned businesses. If you want to support women, we gotta invest in women in all the ways, financially, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. So let's do it. My other gift to you all on this International Women's Day is an interview with an absolutely gorgeous man. The one and only Willy Monfret is here with us today. And when I tell y'all, this man is fine as wine, okay? I'm not even gonna front. This is my gift to all the ladies out there. An interview with Willy Monfret, and I'm so excited to bring him onto the show. Okay, I see my girl Leah is in the building, Edition Events. Let's go! Yes, let's go. Leah, you're gonna get all the shout outs very soon, baby girl, because you are the one who introduced me and Willy. This man, Willy Monfret, he is an international model, a world-renowned DJ and music producer. He is jet-setting all over the globe. He also has this incredible yoga and wellness component about him that I'm trying to get all up into. So we're going to talk about all the things here today on NIKKI BANZ Live with Willy Monfret. And I'm so excited to bring him on live on the show. So welcome to everybody in the audience. I see we got Christine in the building. We got Leah. We got Lena. We got Rue. We got Elizabeth. We got Octavia. We got Melanie. Hold up, all the squad. I've got Tambarai here. I've got Vince in the building. Oh my goodness gracious. And I'm looking, and actually, you know, I got Helga here. All sorts of amazing humans. Welcome one, welcome all. And I think the man of the hour, Willy Monfret, is here as well. So let me go find this man and bring him on to the show right now. I am so excited. Are you all ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? All my women, fabulous women, supporters of women, allies of women, are you ready for this amazing show tonight? Let me get a little drum roll going. Y'all know how I like my sound effects. So here we go. Willy Monfret to come to us live. Here we go. Wow.
What's up?
Hello, hello.
Hello, everybody.
Oh my goodness. Willy Monfret, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am so good. I'm so happy to have you here. I know that you are traveling all over the world all the time, so I'm so glad I caught you. I feel like the time difference works in our favor right now.
Yeah, it's 1 p.m. here in Miami, so no problem. What
I
time is
love
it
it.
on your side? 10, 7 p.m.?
It's 8 p.m. 8 p.m. here in
8 p.m.
Cape Town, South Africa.
Uh,
Your second home, or perhaps your third home now at this point.
Definitely one of my home, that's for sure.
For sure, for sure. So, Willy, the way I like to start off all of my shows is I like to tell people in the audience, people who are watching, how I know the guests that are on my show. And with you, you're an interesting one because way back in the day, like 5, 6, 7 years ago, I used to see you at Coco and Gold Bar. Like I used to see you around Cape Town, but we didn't really know each other. And then we had this beautiful serendipitous aligning where I was hosting this Christmas party with our mutual friend Leah. Shout out to Leah. We love her so much. And then you ended
Love
up
you, Leah.
DJing. Yes, you ended up DJing this Christmas party that Leah and I co-hosted, and that's how we officially and formally met, which is so exciting.
Yeah, it was amazing. Thank you
It
for
was
inviting me.
amazing.
It was fun.
Oh, oh my gosh, thank you for coming. And you just like you
Of
held it
course.
down all night. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it was great energy, that's for sure.
All the energy. Let's
Let's
go.
go!
I love it. I love it. Okay, so Willy, let's kickstart this off. Let's kickstart this interview off. When you meet people, because you do so many different things, when you meet people, I would love to hear in your own words, how do you introduce yourself when you meet somebody brand new?
Well, it depends on the question. Usually I just say my name, that's it, and then ask for your name.
Just my name.
That's it.
Okay, so let's imagine that I'm a girl at a club and I see you DJing. You've just walked off from DJing, and I come up to you and I'm like, "Wow, you were so incredible." I don't know who you are though. Who are you? What do you say?
Well, it's a easy and difficult question. If someone say, "Who are you?" I'm just obviously, if you come for one of my show, I just thank you for coming, and obviously happy that you come and had a good time. So I'm gonna be very thankful and tell you thank you, introduce myself, and that's it. Like I will ask you more questions about yourself than talk about myself. I'm not someone who like to really like expose what I'm doing and everything. I think my action introduce myself, so through my music or through my work, whatever it is. And yeah, so I will most of the time ask you a question.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay, I like that. I like that. Throwing it back onto whoever's asking, learning more about them instead of sharing more about you. I like that. There's a humility there. There's a humbleness there. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I like that too. It's I'm a passionate of traveling. Traveling was my first passion, and because of that, I like to meet a lot of people, a lot of culture, different language, and everything. So I like to meet people, and just talk about myself. It's for me it will be a copy and paste. So it's more interesting when you just like learn about the person in front of you.
Yes, I feel that. I feel that. I feel that. I like this. I like what you said there, that like travel was your first passion. So talk to us about sort of like where you were born, where you were raised, and then how did you start traveling? How did you first get into travel? Was it through work? Was it just for fun? Tell us about that.
Uh, so I'm born and raised in Paris. I grew up in the project in Paris, and my family, I'm half Caribbean. So my father is from a French Caribbean island called Guadeloupe Island, and so traveling came because I have to visit my family on the island. So that was my first travel. When we were just going there. And obviously, you from the project, you arrive to a beautiful island with sun, beach, and good food and African Caribbean music, and so I already get into the culture, from that, and I'm so thankful about it. And through that, he really like teach me a lot, and this is how I end up in South Africa and been traveling so much. Everything starts with my traveling in the Caribbean in the first place.
Wow, wow, wow. That's incredible. And I mean, I think, you know, the differences between a place like Paris and an island, the Guadeloupe Island in the Caribbean, they got to be massive differences. And I think it's very interesting that you have this mixed background, right? You have a mixed nationality, mixed cultural background. You come from a long line of well-known mixed kids, as I like to call them, around the world. You know, you've got people like Barack Obama, you've got Manila Luzon, you've got your girl NIKKI BANZ, who's also mixed. I'm half Black American, half Iranian. So what is it like? What has it been like for you being mixed race, mixed culturally? How does that help you or otherwise as you navigate the world?
Well, for me, my family is amazing from both sides, from the French metropolitan side and from the Caribbean side, the French Caribbean side. It's all about love. So I grew up in a very lovely family, and I didn't grow up with difference or hate against color or culture or anything. Everybody was so keen to learn about what did you learn in Caribbean, and what do you bring from France? And obviously French Caribbean is also France with that African culture. That now it's Caribbean culture, but the basic it's Africa. And so it's just a mix of it, you know. And when you bring that to France, it's pretty cool, and you feel different, but most of the people embrace that difference. And I will just follow the people that embrace that difference. The one who don't want to, I'm just leave it away, you know. I'm not even trying. That's why I just follow the love and the good energy, you know. And it makes it so easy.
I love that. And I feel like that's this trait that a lot of people who come from mixed backgrounds have. You know, we're always following and seeking love because we know that the world is not black and white. It's never black and white, right? There's always different sides, different perspectives, different opinions. And so when you just follow people that are all about love, you just leave all the haters behind. You know, we don't need them.
Yeah,
Exactly. So talk to us about your career as a model, because, you know, I think a lot of people right now know you as a DJ, but, you know, when you were coming up, you were doing a lot of modeling gigs, music videos, things like that. How did you first get into modeling?
So modeling is a funny story. I used to be an athlete, so I was running for the French team back in the day, track and field. I was like a hurdler, and we have a friend in common with my teammates that was visiting Paris. He wanted to be a model. So after the training session, we just met him on the street of Paris. He was coming out of like some of the big agency in Paris, and somehow the owner of the agency was stepping out with him. And when he saw me, he just walk and say, "Oh, do you want to? Also, are you here for the meeting?" I was like, "No, it's for him. Me, I'm not interested." And the guy was like, "Okay, but we need you, so here's the contract. If you want to start modeling, you can start with us." I was like, "No, I don't want to do it. I'm an athlete, I'm a student, I have no time." I said, "Hey, if you have time, don't worry, like talk to your parents, and you never know." So yeah, I talked to my mom, and she was like, "Yeah, for sure, go for it." So I followed her advice. I signed the contract and it started right away. And because of that, it was amazing because he paid for my studies, he paid for my driving license and everything. I didn't realize that world even exists because I've never stepped into it. I didn't, you know, I was busy with something else. And yeah, so that's how it starts. Very like random.
Yes. So random, so organic. And, you know, it's very apt that you're telling us the story about how your mom was encouraging you and your mom was like, "Yeah, go for it." Because like I was saying before, this is International Women's Day. So shout out to your mom.
Yeah,
shout out to you into the supermodel.
Shout out to all the moms.
We love you, Mom. We love you. So, okay, so it's such an interesting start. And I find that, like, it's so cool because you just never realize how people get into the things that really, you know, help, you know, launch them onto this path of success. So in your modeling career, what have been some of the highlights? What have been some of the coolest collaborations, the coolest brand sponsorships? What have been some of the highlights for you?
Well, honestly, for me, the best job I had was from my island, actually, from Guadeloupe Island. I used to live in New York, and they asked me to be the face, to be the ambassador from the tourism board for the US market. So they were bringing me to the island. I was just visiting again through another perspective, and I try like the best of everything in the island. Best restaurant, best sunsets, best extreme sports, best everything. And I was like, wow, that's the best job you can ever ask. And my family also could like join and enjoy with me and everything. So it was just perfect. And we did like a TV web show. It was called like Willy Monfret, Let Me Show You My Island. And we did like 2 seasons. And it was amazing. Yeah, it's best job, best souvenir, best job I had for sure.
Oh my gosh, I love that you shared that, because when I was doing my research for our show tonight, I saw your videos up on YouTube, and I loved it. You know, this is Willy Monfret, and welcome to my island. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. And it's like, it's that connection to home and to your roots and to your culture and to your heritage. And I think that's pretty incredible for you to say that that's been, you know, one of the most meaningful gigs for you, because, you know, you have worked with superstars, huge brands, you know, and huge superstars all over the world. But it's that link back to your culture that's like the most meaningful. And I think that's really special.
No, 100%. And, you know, I've never looked for working with the superstar or everything. I just follow like it's funny and crazy how life can turn. Like one day you go meet your friend in the street of Paris and you end up being a model, and as soon as my studies were finished, I had like an injury in my sport. So I was like, wow, well, what should I do now? Like straight go to work and everything. I was like, no, I'm not ready for that. So I just decided to travel, and I used modeling to travel wherever I wanted. So first I went to Australia, then I went to Asia, then I went to South Africa. And then for like three years, I was between South Africa and Asia. Wow. And then I had an opportunity. I arrived in the US very late. I was already 29 when I get to the US. I didn't want to go to US. For me, it was like a place where everybody goes. So I just wanted to do something different. Not that I don't like it or what's, but I just wanted to go somewhere else to have another story to tell. But as soon as I had the opportunity, and my friend and family, they said, you should try. And yeah, as soon as I stepped in the US, 3 months later, I work with like big celebrities and everything, like Nicki Minaj, or, you know, and boom. So it's amazing. It's such an amazing journey. It's still going on. So looking forward for what's coming next.
Yes, it is indeed still going on. Like, since I met you in December, I think you were in New York, you were in Miami, you were in Dubai, you were in Cape Town, you're all over the place. How do you maintain this like nomadic lifestyle? Do you have a base somewhere, or do you just like live out of a suitcase?
Well, it's the first years, it was just living out of the suitcase, and at some point I needed to have a base. Base was based in Miami. Miami is I have a house in Miami, everything. But my work is still almost traveling every week somewhere. So I wasn't even home I've been based in Miami for 6 years, but COVID, I haven't been home for like 2 years. I came back 1 month ago in Miami, and with no regrets. Like I was between Europe and you saw me in South Africa. I've been a lot in South Africa, and Miami's home.
Okay. From originally not wanting to go to the US and now calling Miami home. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll need to call you. So I'm from the United States originally, even though I'm based in Cape Town now. But I've actually never really spent time in Miami. So I need to come through. You need to tell me all the cool spots, like where I should go in Miami, because I don't know.
Yeah, Miami is a very special city. You know, it's I wouldn't say Miami is America, honestly. It's more Caribbean and Latin American than just American. It's a mix, obviously, but it's a real mix. You have 50% of it and 50%. So I like that.
I like that too. I like that too. That's one of the things I enjoy about Cape Town as well. You've got this big diversity of people, backgrounds, nationalities, cultures, and everyone's kind of all melted together. And a really big African diaspora who's here in Cape Town. You know, people from Gabon, people from Ghana, people from Cameroon, people from Mozambique. They all kind of descend on Cape Town. And I like that kind of Afro fusion that you get in this city.
Yeah, that's why, you know, when I came to Cape Town the first time, for me, I felt right away that I was home, because it's very similar than the Caribbean. You know, we mix with so many different continents: the continent of Africa, Europe, and America. So that melting pot. There is the problem that we know, but there is also that connection between the community and different culture, and this is the best you can get from it. And when I get to South Africa, I felt that for me it wasn't different. I felt like home right away. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool. I felt very similarly. The first time I flew into Cape Town, I saw Table Mountain, and I was like, wow, look at that. Like, it's just like this overwhelming feeling of like magnitude, you know. It's just something incredibly special. So maybe before, I want to talk a little bit now about your DJing career, but before I do that, you very casually mentioned your work with Nicki Minaj, and I have to ask about it. Like, from Nikki Banz to Nicki Minaj, I have to ask about it. You are in not one, not two, but 3 Nicki Minaj music videos as her video vixen, her main man. How was that experience? How was it working with Nicki?
It's amazing. She's a boss lady, and obviously work with her changed my life, mostly in the DJ industry. But over 10 years we did three jobs together, and but the first one was obviously the most interesting for me, because I was just arrived in the US, and I was actually playing her track through my DJ gig, but I just didn't remember that it was her. So when I worked with her, it's like I didn't know who she was. I know she was a upcoming big rapper, because she wasn't that big at the time. Before the first album. Yeah. But I didn't know that I was already playing a track. And at some point during the shooting, she's like singing what song? And I look at her, I said, is this you? She's like, yeah. I said, oh my God, okay, I got it now.
Wow. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. We love that. I mean, shout out to Nicki Minaj. Shout out to your collaborations together. I was going back, watching all the videos, and it's just so cool. And again, that's just one of the many really incredible people and projects that you've worked on. So you mentioned that when you were doing those music videos with Nicki Minaj, and that was, like 10 years ago, you were already DJing. So then how did you first get into DJing, and how did the DJing complement your modeling?
So it's another funny story.
Okay.
So when I used to live in Asia, I used to live in Hong Kong.
Okay.
And with a friend of mine, we start to organize some parties on this like cool rooftop. And at the beginning it was just for fun with friends, and it became very popular in Hong Kong, and we have like a lot of DJ requests to come and play on our rooftop. I was like, okay, cool. So we had some guys from Holland that came and they brought the whole like DJ setup. I just asked him like, how does it work? He said, oh, it's all about your feeling with music, but the basic is this and that button, this. I was okay, cool. So I told him, I said, can I just play with it a bit before people they come? I just like start touching everything, and then I was like, okay, cool. And the day after, I just went by the same thing and start teaching myself, and boom, play for my party. Like 2-3 weeks later.
Oh my gosh!
Right away, start booking the clubs in Hong Kong, and then after Hong Kong, I went to South Africa, and I met friends that were models and promoters there. I said, oh, I'm a DJ, and they said, okay, cool. So they put me right away in the club. At the time, it was a club called Fashion TV. in
Okay.
Cape Town, and yeah, start playing there right away, and then all around Cape Town, and that's it. Was on.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I love this. Both of your stories, your entry into modeling and your entry into DJing, are just so natural. You're like, oh, this is cool. Let me just try this and see what happens.
Yeah, I feel like you do what you want to. You do what you want. You want to do something, you have to go and try. And obviously, you can achieve everything. It's all about practice. If you cannot make it at the beginning, yeah, you keep practice. At some point, you will be comfortable, and it's all about the confidence also. And as soon as you get that, it takes more time for people maybe to get that confident. But if you keep practice, you will get it. That's for sure. And yeah, just do. If I see something and I think I'm gonna like it, I just try it. If I like it, I just keep going. And then if I can make this become an income, game over. It's all about doing what you love and work with. Yeah, just your work is what you love. It's amazing.
Yeah. I agree with you completely. I don't think everyone has caught up to your philosophy yet of you should just do what you love and then get paid for it. I don't think everybody has caught up to that yet. I'm trying to move in that direction though.
Yeah, but it's difficult in the society. You know, when you go to school, you have the pressure, social pressure, parents' pressure. Like, it's not easy, but it's possible. That's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, look at you. It is certainly possible, my friend. Amazing.
Next is yoga teacher.
Yes. Okay, so same question. I know I asked you this for the modeling, but what about now for the DJing? What have been some of the most like memorable moments? You know, maybe it was like different parties or different cities that you were in. What have been some of the most memorable moments of you DJing?
Well, it's a lot, but I think the biggest will be on the stage with David Guetta in the front of 20,000 people. And I have him introduce you and just drop your new track release. And just like, wow, feel the crowd and everything. So that's the best memory for sure in my DJ career. He's the man, he's the boss, and he embrace you and show you love. That's it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I got to give you the DJ horn for that one. Shout out to the Willy Monfret, David Guetta collaboration. That's just so cool. That's really, really cool. I mean, the magnitude of some of these people, and when you meet them, do you find that these people are just like, they're just normal, everyday, like nice people? Like, I think people have so much like stigma and fear around celebrities because they don't know what the day-to-day is like. But it seems like you mingle with a lot of them and they're just very normal.
That's the thing. Honestly, I've been lucky enough to work or hang out with like big celebrities, but everybody is so humble.
Yeah.
So you cannot pretend to be like whatever you want. When you see those guys, they're so big and they're so humble. So you need to learn that and learn humility through them also.
That's good advice. That's good advice. That's how I feel about interviewing you right now. I'm like, okay, let me just be cool. Let me be humble. You're the big superstar.
You're the
coming
star.
on to my show. Okay, I love that. And I see, okay, so we're like halfway into the show right now. For everybody who's watching NIKKI BANZ live here on Instagram, you can ask Willy Monfret all the questions that you want. If you go to the bottom of your screen, there's a little thought bubble and a question mark. Click on that, ask Willy your questions, and for the last like 10, 15 minutes of the show, I will make sure to ask all of those questions to our superstar guest, Willy Monfret. So yeah, bottom of the screen, thought bubble, the question mark, click on that. If you put it in the comments, I probably won't see it. The comments go by so fast. You have so many fans in the comments, Willy. Everyone's like putting up the French flag. Everyone's saying what's up. People are like hollering. So yeah, all sorts of fans. Now I want to pivot a little bit away from, you know, like the DJing and the modeling and the music, because you also have this really beautiful kind of yoga and wellness component about you? Like I don't know if you're a certified yoga instructor or you just like yoga, but how did you get into yoga, and tell us more about your wellness routine?
Well, I found yoga like maybe 3 years ago, and been into it a lot the last 2 years. I did the yoga instructor thing, yoga teacher training. I did it, passed it, and it was an amazing experience. Actually, I advise anybody who can just jump in to go for it. You learn so much about yourself, first of all, about your body and about others, how to feel like other people feeling, empathy. Like it's very interesting. Not just like it's not only spirituality, it's everything. It's science, it's your body, it's a lot, but it's so interesting. And it heals everything. It will heal your injury. As me being an athlete back in the day, I have a lot of trauma in my body that I didn't know and that I learned through the yoga, and I'm healing through the yoga also. It will also make your mind also like you can manage your stress out of it, and it's a peace of mind also. That the practice is a peace of mind. And yeah, I like that. You know, I travel a lot. I work in the nightlife, so there is positive and negative in both. And yoga keep the balance very, very high. So it's good. It's good for me. Yeah, I feel like yoga is the medicine of the world. You should teach yoga to the kids in school and everything. I think it should be part of education for everybody. I think everybody should at least have just like part of it. Everybody should at least try. And then you don't like, it's okay. But at least you know about it. For me, it's the medicine of the world. So, and with what's happening in the world with the COVID, with the war, with this, with that, I think this can help a lot of those people. You know?
I mean, we could use some medicine for the world right now. That's for sure. There are so many challenges, so many ills facing the world. Like you said, COVID, the wars, racism, gender-based violence, like all these things. And I think having a practice, something like yoga that centers you, that is healing, that is affirmative, that teaches empathy, like you said, that's really powerful. And I like that, what you said about something that we should perhaps be teaching kids in school. Maybe they do these days. Like I feel like when I was growing up, it was just, it was basketball, it was volleyball, it was track, all those things. Maybe they do have yoga in school for kids now. I don't know. I don't have kids. I don't know.
Not to every school, that's for sure. Maybe some, but not everywhere. Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. Not yet. Maybe that's your next big, project, your next big adventure, taking yoga to all the
yes. It's definitely going to be part of my life forever now. So if I can step up, I learn now, just a process of learning, because there's a lot to learn. And there is no way I will pretend to be a teacher or bring anything to anybody before I know for myself, But it's interesting. It's interesting to share. It's interesting to learn, and you learn so much. It's crazy. Yeah.
I started yoga. When did I start yoga? Maybe like 3 years ago-ish. That's when I first started. No instructor. I'm not an instructor. Just a fan. Just do it when I can. But I can see, and especially as someone who, similar to you, played competitive sports growing up. Like I played competitive basketball, and even now it's lots of things that are very taxing on the body. I find that yoga is such a good balance, and like it really helps, balance out some of the more harsh contact sports that I typically like to play. So this is a good reminder for everybody watching. Get some yoga in your life. Willy Monfret said it first. Yoga is the medicine of the world. Quote of the life, ladies and gentlemen. For sure. So do you find because you're traveling so much and because you're working late at night, maybe you're not ending until 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Do you, when you travel, do you take your yoga mat with you? Do you just practice on your own? Do you try and find studios wherever you are?
Yeah, that's what I do. I just take my mat with me. That's all you need. And in the hotel, or you just start doing the flow. Nothing else. It's easy.
I love that. It's
just you, yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't need nobody.
Yeah.
You can go for a flow to do a workout, or you can just do meditation, or a mix of both, or just lay down. It's also yoga, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. That's very true. Shavasana. Just lay there. That's
Exactly,
yoga.
Shavasana.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Okay. Okay. So, talk to us about some of this exciting sort of music production that you're doing. You've had a couple, tracks that you've released lately with some really cool artists, some cool collaborations. So, tell us about how you're sort of moving more into the music production space and these new tracks that you've got released.
Well, so through my journey, you meet so much people, and I met a lot of artists and music producer that just love your style, love your image, and just want to work with you. So I try to get in the studio with them and create something. It's just that way, I met like a music producer in Holland. I met a singer in Los Angeles, and at some point, say let's have a project together and just jump in the studio. And even if we're not in the same studio, we can do what we're doing now. We can do like a Zoom call or whatever and make it happen. So that's what happened with most of the project that I've released the last couple of years. I'm not going to call myself like a full music producer. I don't produce music on my own. I work with other people, and I like it. I'm not ashamed of it. I think it's amazing, and it's a mix of creativity that end up with some good music, and I hope people they like it and shake it up with it.
Well, I definitely like it. I've been shaking it up to all your tunes, your new stuff, Blow Your Mind, all these other songs that you've got, which are so exciting. And I find that you have this really unique style, and I think it's because of your travels, because of your mixed cultures and nationalities and background. Your music style is quite interesting. So how would you describe, I don't know if it's your music style or your DJ style. I know you can DJ lots of different types of music, but how would you describe your style, your flavor?
Yeah, it's exactly what you say. It's really true. My background, obviously, I love the drums because of the Caribbean roots. But I also like that French touch with house music, like from David Guetta or Daft Punk or Bob Sinclair, and all together, and also influence for other people, other culture all around the world. You have an Asian song coming from Hong Kong. You're gonna have like a drum from Caribbean and a bass from Africa, and it's all of this. I like that. I like the mix of everything for just one song.
I like that too. I like that too.
Multicultural music, I would say.
Yes, it is. It is. And we can really feel that, as fans, as followers, when we listen to your music, we can feel how there's all these different rhythms and textures and layers to the music, and that's your personality and your background shining through, which is pretty cool. So when we talk about this music that you're releasing and your DJ gigs and you're always traveling, for those of us, your fans, your friends, your followers, what's coming up next? What can we expect? Where are you performing? What's coming up? What can we keep an eye on so that we can continue to support you and be there for you?
Well, when I just moved back to the US, so I'm busy to get that flow like you used to be, like being booked everywhere and get to bigger and bigger shows. And but like everywhere else, you stop being humble, start with small show and everything. I already have some very nice residency here, super cool, and it's packed, and the vibe is amazing, and it's different music, so it's pretty cool. There's one place I will play Afro music. There's one place I play only disco, and one pop rock. So it's very eclectic with music, which keep myself into challenge all the time, and I like that. To figure out what people like, to go in different genre of music and everything. So it's pretty cool. And yeah, from here to get to the big picture again, get to the big gigs, travel again for the music festivals and everything. Just go back to that real DJ lifestyle from before. Before I was traveling almost every week somewhere in the world. I've been to now 63 countries. and
Woo!
mostly for work, and there is still more to see.
Always.
The goal is to go to other places that I've never been and make people dance and obviously visit, enjoy, and learn as much as I can.
I love that. I love that. Is there one specific country or one specific gig that you're like really trying to get to? You're like, I want to go to this place.
Yeah, of course there is. Everybody wants to go to Coachella. Everybody wants to go to Tomorrowland. Everybody wants, for sure.
I don't know why. In my soul, I knew you were gonna say Coachella. I just knew it. Like I felt
Coachella is cool. Coachella, it's all kind of music, so I really liked. It's one of the biggest festival in the world. Yeah. Not go there, play there. Sorry.
yes. Play there. Be
play
booked
there.
at Coachella. Okay, well, I don't know who's watching NIKKI BANZ live right now, but you never know who's in the audience.
You never know.
I'm just saying, we're trying to get Willy Monfret to Coachella. So I'm going to put it out there into the universe. We're going to try and, use that yogic energy. We're going to try and manifest that for you, Willy.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so we have a couple questions. We have some questions from the audience, some questions from the fans. Okay, we've got Sandra Benite, who's asking, what is your relationship with Zouk music?
Zouk music. So Zouk music is the roots of Guadeloupe, French Caribbean island. It's like kizomba for you in Africa. It's the same beat. It's a slow beat, very sexy. You dance two. It's a couple dance. For me, it's the most sexiest dance you can have.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Hey, you should check it out. Check Zouk music.
I don't think I know Zouk.
Do you know kizomba?
I know kizomba, yes.
So it's very similar, but we speak Creole. It's like the language from our island, like the ex-slave language. And that's our roots, that's our language, and that's the Zouk music.
Okay, I'm gonna go onto YouTube after the show and like look up Zouk music. Is there like a specific song or artist that I should go look up?
You will find on your own. You will find. There is so many.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I don't want to say one artist and then the other say, why you didn't say me, why you didn't say this. Okay.
That's true. And that's
Go discover. Zouk. Zouk.
Yes. That's your scene too. You can't say one artist and then the rest of them are like, oh well, Willy didn't choose me.
Exactly.
That was very diplomatic of you. Well done. Bravo. I see my friend Melanie in the chat. My friend Melanie is half French, half Moroccan. She's saying that I've heard Zouk music with her. So, okay, thank you, Melanie. You have to play it for me again next time I see you.
Well done, Melanie. Well done.
Well done, Melanie. Okay, and so then we have another question that's asking, if we're going to go visit the Guadeloupe Islands, what are the top 3 things that you have to do on those islands?
So Guadeloupe is an archipelago, so it's like one main island surrounded by like 5 small islands.
Okay.
So my favorite one in those islands around it, there's one called Les Saintes. And Les Saintes they have like this beautiful harbor. I think it's one of the most beautiful harbor in the world. So you just go from the main island, you take the boat and you go there, you just spend the day there, you just enjoy being there. It's very beautiful and cute. The second thing is the food. Guadeloupe Island for the food is just, everybody know about the food from Jamaica. People, they talk about Jamaican food and everything. So imagine you have the whole Jamaican flavor, but fusion with the French. And that's the food in Caribbean. So when people, they ask me like, what is the best of Guadeloupe in all Caribbean? As Caribbean, everybody look the same. We all have the mountain, we have the beautiful beach. We all have the waterfall, like everything. Like Caribbean experience, it's every island you will have a unique experience, but very similar. But the only thing that I will always say we're like far from everybody is the food. because of that French background is just like ridiculous. That fusion, French Caribbean fusion, is just insane.
That sounds delicious, literally.
And the third one, I will say, just go for the hiking. There is some amazing hiking, like an old volcano, and as soon as you get on the top and through the hiking, you have like 3 different waterfall, like huge waterfall, and when you get on the top, you have that amazing view. It's just like stunning.
Wow. Okay. Is it a serious hike? Like, is it like an overnight hike? Is it like just a couple hours? What
couple hours. And you have different steps, but like the biggest one will be maybe 3 to 4 hours. But 1 hour, you already can see one waterfall and enjoy like the vibe.
Ooh, okay, that's good. Because don't let the fact that I live in Cape Town fool you. I cannot hike. I don't like to hike. So if it's only like a couple hours,
I saw in your story you did hike yesterday, no?
I know, but that's a small hike. It's a baby hike. Just
we have baby hike. Don't worry.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay, I love that. So okay, now I want to go visit the Guadeloupe Islands. I actually haven't really been anywhere in the Caribbean, but that's definitely on my list now. And then now I've got a pro who's been there, who's from there. So yeah, I've got to go check it out. So okay, Willy, another question that we have here, and people are asking, when are you coming back to Cape Town?
Good question. I don't know yet, honestly. I don't know yet. But I was there like 3 weeks ago, so.
That's true. Well, we just
definitely I'll be back for sure.
Yeah, we know you will. Do you already know what your next place is after Miami?
Right now, Miami. I have to go back to my family in France in like 6 weeks. So I will be spending some time with my family, and then just focus to the US for the moment.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I like that.
A lot of things is happening here, Miami, the thing is the only city in the world that didn't close during COVID. So the hype here is insane. Yeah, everybody moved here. It's a lot is happening in Miami. A lot.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I remember seeing videos of like spring break in Miami in like 2021, peak COVID, and people are just living their best lives. So, I mean, good for them.
Yeah, I mean they make that choice, and so far it's working. So
yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay. Well, you answered so many amazing questions from me, from the fans. Like, do we have about 10 minutes left, but we can end early. Is there anything like final words, final thoughts, anything that you want to share for any of us to know, to think about, to continue supporting you?
Well, yeah, I just released a track like 2 weeks ago called Blow Your Mind. And please just listen to it and send me your feedback. I would love to hear what you think about it. And just tell me and dance with it and send me videos and share and, TikTok video, show me your moves.
Okay,
your Zouk move.
Yeah. All right, everybody, if you're watching here on IG Live, or if you're watching the rerun on YouTube, you got to make a video to Willy Monfret's Blow Your Mind and DM it to him. Slide into his DMs, tag him, post it on your stories. Even I was listening to it. I really like the Spanish part. I was like, ooh, que rico. I really enjoyed that part of the song. So maybe I'll have to make a little video and send it to you.
It's definitely an international track with English and Spanish.
Yeah, exactly. But that's who you are, international. You got all the languages, all the cultures, all the flavors.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, Willy, thank you. Thank you for coming on NIKKI BANZ Live. Thank you for this amazing interview. Thank you for DJing the Christmas party. I can't wait to MC again when you are DJing. That's a dynamic duo right there. We got to make that happen again somewhere in this big, beautiful world.
Of course, looking forward to it.
For sure. All right, well, merci beaucoup. That's the only French I know.
Merci à toi. Merci à tout le monde.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you for everyone who tuned in. This is NIKKI BANZ Live, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Thank you, Willy. Au revoir.
Au revoir, ciao. Thank you.
Bye.